Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. We have a very special Spirits with Spirits tonight. That's why the camera's kind of tipped over so you can see it. I ordered these Spirits with Spirits glasses, and for red wine, I have it in white, and for white wine, it's written in black. To be honest, I'm not very happy with them. Number one, the graphics are up way too high. I ordered it in the middle here. And because look at, you have to fill your wine glass right up to here. Now, I'm not complaining. I'm seriously not complaining, but that's not the proper way to fill up wine. Um, so I've taken them down off of the website, and I'm going to look for some other ones. Plus, they wouldn't allow me to change the price. It was their pricing, and I found it kind of on the expensive side. You watch out for those. Those will be coming again. I'm going to find a new supplier and have it exactly as I want with better graphics, the bigger graphics, more in the middle. And I'm drinking my beautiful, oh, I got to tip this back because I had it tipped so you can see the glass without me spilling the red wine. I'm drinking my beautiful South of France, Gerard Bertrand Corbières. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's one of my most favorite ones. And you can get it with no sulfites in it, but they always sell out so fast. So, cheers, Spirits with Spirits. Now, today's reading is a little bit late because I wanted to watch the markets and see what was happening. This is what this is going to be about, the markets. Not necessarily the economy, but the markets. And this is all due to the tariffs that United States is implementing. I have a few things I'd like to say about the tariffs before we get started. Number one is that a lot of people don't realize that American products have a tariff attached to them when they're sent to other countries. So, for example, if everything I order from the United States, I pay a tariff on. I pay number one, I pay the GST, and then we have an import duty tax, they call it. And it's quite significant, actually, because not only do you get charged the tariff, the government charges you $10 for the courtesy of figuring out what your tariff is. So, for example, on a $100 item, it's generally, and I'm talking Canadian dollars, about a $20 hit on my end. And I have to pay it before they release the package. All right. So also the same thing happens in Europe. Oh yeah, here we go. Like it's the Queen of Swords. There's the contract. When things leave the country and arrive in your country. So people are like all up in arms. Oh my God, the States, they're charging all these tariffs. But nobody's saying anything about the tariffs that the other countries charge on American goods. Just try and buy an American car in Europe. You're paying huge duty import fees. Huge. And it's a tax that the government gets to collect because you want something from the United States. So the United States turned around and has done the same thing. And everyone's up in arms about it, but for people who don't live in the United States, you have no idea that this has been going on in other countries. So what Trump has basically done is a retaliation tax. All right. So that being said, I've got many requests to talk about the stock market and whatnot. Before I begin, I'd like an apology from all the Bitcoin and XRP people. If you don't mind, you can put that right down in the comments there where I'll see it. Thank you in advance. I nailed the Bitcoin and XRP since I read it. Look at that, Ace of Wands. Yes, you did, honey. Yes, you did. And yet they all called me stupid and terrible, and I don't know what I'm talking about. I just read the cards. Okay. Where is the market going? Where is the market, the stock market specifically? I also said that this year in 2025, the markets would be up and down, up and down. It's not going to be a smooth roller coaster. It's going to be up and down, up and down, up and down. So let's see if this is just part of the down, and that turns around and goes up again. Okay, stock market, New York Stock Exchange, which is one of the biggest drivers in the market. Of course, we know upright positives, reversals, negative. Oh, the hermit. It's not working alone. The stock market is not working alone. The New York Stock Exchange. High priestess. Oh, there you go. 10 of Cups. The Tower. Dun, 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 dun. The Magician. There it goes up again. Look at the Magician's arms. Up, down, up, down. So we go happy, Tower, fix it, down. The King of Wands in reverse. Well, that's J.D. Vance. And the Two of Pentacles in reverse. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4 upright. Oh, King of Swords in reverse. That's Trump. We got Trump and J.D. Vance here, both in reverse. And I think this is going to continue to be up and down, up and down. It's very soft, yes, meaning that a very soft positive, very soft positive. So maybe by the end of the year, we'll be just above, recovering what we've lost. There's this Magician here. I think they might pull something out like, reduce some tariffs, or they've already repelled Vietnam. Vietnam's already made an agreement with them. The big ones, Canada, China has retaliated, and that kind of sunk the markets again. And I think here, with this Two of Coins here, this would be upright is like, you charge me, I'll charge you. And look at the ships behind here, up and down, up and down. You charge me, and everything's kind of unbalanced. With this in reverse, it's trying to balance the market. But we definitely have J.D. Vance and Trump here, and they're both in reverse, which could mean either they are in their shadow, or they might be admitting what they did was wrong, or working on it, or in not admitting what they did had anything to do with it. I think there are some secret talks going on, but definitely this Hermit in reverse is it's not acting alone. Right? If the Hermit was upright, it would be like, yeah, it's just doing its own thing and other markets are copying, kind of thing. But it's in reverse, so it's not acting alone. So the New York Stock Exchange, I think eventually it'll stop. The up and down will eventually stop here with the Two of Pentacles. But in the meantime, I think it's going to go like 10 of Cups is joy and happiness, success. The Tower is dun, 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 dun. The Tower is like blow up. The Tower is what has just happened. A tariff comes out of nowhere and everybody runs for the hills. And then the Magician comes in and fixes the thing. It's the fixer. Up, right? Go up, down, up, down, up, down. I want you to think of that this year. That's just the way the year is going to go. It's just going to go. It'll eventually lean itself out. And by the end of the year, losses will be recovered, but I don't see like big money being made. Well, unless you know how to play it, right? Unless you have some insider information and one of these tower moments like tariffs, or no gold in Fort Knox, or Trump gets hurt or something. Things that we can't think of the Tower as the black swan. It's the hand of God. A Tower moment can be you suddenly lose your job. A Tower moment can be you get in a bad car accident. But a Tower moment can also be a lottery win. So it's something you don't see coming. And that's exactly how this stock market is going to play out. So is it going to come back up eventually? Let's see if the cards will tell us when. When will be the next uptick? Can you give us a hint of when the next uptick is going to be? Or let's just put it this way. Will the stock market recover these losses by summertime? By summertime. Will the stock market, which is after June 21st, right? Will the stock market recover these losses by summertime? And again, I'm basing it on New York Stock Exchange, but I think it's generally when the New York Stock Exchange sneezes, everybody sneezes. So that's why we're honing in on one, just for the cards to focus in on an energy. Oh, King of Cups, there's Elon and Burden. I still say Elon, where there's smoke, there's fire. Elon's leaving. Cards are ready. Ooh, interesting. The Hermit in reverse again. Wow, you saw how many times I shuffled them. Wow, okay, not very, the Six of Wands in reverse, that's ego, that's not being successful. Oh, Ace of Wands in reverse, no. Eight of Wands upright, fast movement. Oh my Lord. The Four of Swords in reverse, the Hanged Man, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. No, that's a very strong no. We only have two upright. What's the underlying? Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is actually a very stable person, very entrepreneurial. This is Leo. So perhaps the cards are trying to tell me something will happen by Leo season, which is end of July to, I think, August 22nd. But this is a strong no. That the markets will not recover completely all their losses by summertime, which is June 21st, possibly by Leo time. All right, we have very unsuccessful. We have Hangman, so it's going to kind of be the same. It's going to be flat here with the Four of Swords in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. So that also tells me, I didn't check to see if these are in the viewfinder or not. I think I'd learn by now. You guys are probably like, move it over. Possibly by Leo season. Possibly by Leo season. She's sitting upright. If she was in reverse, I'd say no, not even by Leo season. So it's possibly going to be pretty flat, maybe bit by bit, maybe 80% by summertime, but definitely not a full recovery. And I think it's going to be, not with this Wheel of Fortune in the end. I think it'll still be kind of wobbly. I really do, with these cards. This would be a great time to tell you this is for entertainment purposes only. What you decide to do with your own money is none of my business. See the full disclaimer down below. Let's see, how is this going to, let's pick oil. Oh no, you know what? Let's pick gas. Not gas. Gold. Now, I did say that gold was going to have a bump, and then it's going to, in my last reading about gold, I said there's going to be a bit of a bump, and then it's going to flatten out. So let's see if that's still the case. Gold, how's gold going to do between now and summertime? The summer solstice. How is gold going to do between now and the summer solstice? How is gold going to do? King of Cups in reverse. Oh, Five of Pentacles upright. Seven of Pentacles upright. The Hermit. Now, why are we getting this damn Hermit? Who's this Hermit guy who keeps on showing up? Ten of Swords, ruin. Four of Pentacles in reverse, and the Five of Cups upright. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the High Priestess in reverse. You know who I think this High Priestess? This is something to do with Fort Knox, about a secret being revealed. I'm going to say that based on what my sources are telling me, that gold, the first time I read it, the cards are saying the same thing. Gold is going to flatline. It's going to get up to a certain point, and then you have to sit on it. Definitely, you kind of just have to put it away, sit on it. And I think we're going to see some people really upset about gold is not going to be climbing, and there's actually going to be, with this Five of Cups on the end here, I think there's something is going to happen to gold. Perhaps it is Fort Knox, but it's going to, I think we're going to see the peak of it very soon, and then you just put it away. Just put it away. What's this one? Yeah, this is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, obviously Pentacle is gold. This is manifesting gold. This is, she's the type of person. This is also Virgo. So we might have something by Virgo season. Interesting, we have women, female energies underneath. So maybe some creativity needs to happen. We have these female queens. Even the High Priestess is a queen. We have these female queens, maybe some kind of manifestation, creative ideas to get things going again. And it's interesting, we have Leo and now we have Virgo season back to back. Queen of Wands is Leo, Queen of Pentacles is Virgo. So something here is going to happen during the summer time. Remember I said until summer, which is June 21st, I think. And so something may be coming around the corner then. All right. But I see, I'm really getting that. I think we've seen the peak of gold for a while. All right. This also could mean by Virgo season, that's when gold kind of flatlines. I don't see it necessarily. Oh, see, look at that. It could drop even a little bit, but something happens that gold loses its shine a little bit. It could drop a little bit with this Four of Pentacles in reverse. So it could reverse it a little bit, especially with this ruin here. I'm wondering if this has something to do with Fort Knox or, a country that claims it has a lot of gold, doesn't. You think that would put the price of gold up. It'd be like, oh, there's tons of gold missing in the world. But who knows? All right, so that's gold. So my prediction stands on gold. Gold is going to peak. It's going to get a bump. And then we're going to see it flatline. All right. Let's do oil. Oil's a big factor. We've got some wars going on, and oil tends to follow the war, right? Let's see. How's oil going to do? What is the price of oil going to be like? What is the price of oil? Is it going to move? Is, any of this market crashing going to affect oil? Or is oil basically supply and demand? Who has sanctions? Who doesn't? Wars, that kind of thing affects the price of oil. Oil. Upright positive, reversals negative. The price of oil. Cards are ready. Oh, Ace of Swords in reverse. Cut it out. Wow, Eight of Cups in reverse. Stuck. What? Four of Cups in reverse. Regrets. Oh, Eight of Wands. So that's the oil traveling around the world. Two of Pentacles in reverse. The Star, hope and healing. But the Star has boobies and we don't want YouTube to get upset. Wow. Three of of Swords upright, underlying ruin. I wonder if something's going to happen with gold and oil. Now, my Eight of Wands is my war card. You think of these as bombs coming. And remember, Wands is fire. Fire is your, Mars, and, fire can keep you warm or burn your house down. And so I always look at Eight of Wands as like they're traveling from afar to land somewhere. And it's not people. So, it could be bombs coming. And so it could be something to do with war. But look at we've only got 2, 3 upright. So it's a very soft negative, right? 4 upright. 4s are soft, but it's a soft negative. Plus the cards that we do have are in reverse aren't very strong cards. We do have hope and healing here, which is interesting. The Star card. But we do have the betrayal. So perhaps there'll be something like, they find out, somebody's selling oil to a country that they shouldn't be, some kind of sanctions going on, but, they're selling it anyways. So that kind of betrayal. Broken heart. Or this can also just be people who invested heavily into oil have broken hearts and they're upset. And we have to remember too that sometimes when it says, are you investing in oil? I didn't specify the commodity or the stock here. So perhaps this is something to do with the stocks, right? So maybe the stocks, all your big ones, your Chevron, your Exxon, your Shell, perhaps their stocks are falling, and that has something to do with it as well, because we do have ruin here. We do have the Ten of Swords as the underlying, not underlying. Yeah, it's not looking good. We got to know right off the get-go. Yeah, I don't know about oil. We'll have to wait and see, but I think people will be worried. There might be a great big oil spill that affects the price of oil. I wonder if that's what the Star card is trying to tell me. A big oil spill that affects the price of oil. There might be like the big sanctions going on too. All right. Let's do the one that I get in. The most snarky, rude people are the crypto crowd. They come and they make fun of me, and yet, they never come back and apologize when I'm right. They just call me, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You're stupid. I know XRP is going up to $10, and my card said that it wasn't going to do anything. So it might peak in December and then do nothing. And you're more than welcome to go check and see what XRP has done since December. And same thing with Bitcoin. I said Bitcoin would hit 100 twice and then drop and flatline. I said that in December. People were asking me when it was really getting close to 100, will it hit 100? And I said yes, it'll hit twice, and then it'll drop, and it'll be a long time before it hits it again. Well, we're on almost month 4, and it hasn't hit it. And nobody comes and apologizes. I'm kidding. I'm not that weak, wimpy. Bit smug. Anyways, let's see how the cryptocurrencies are going to weather this tariff storm. Let's see how the cryptocurrencies are going to weather this tariff storm. Let's see. Cryptocurrencies. I'm going to give the cards the direction of Bitcoin, because as Bitcoin goes, just like the New York Stock Exchange, so goes most. And I know that's being general. I'm not saying all. No, there's outliers. You can stop typing. Bitcoin. How's Bitcoin going to do in the next 3 months? Or by summertime? We're talking about summer, till summer, June 21st. How's Bitcoin going to do until June 21st? What's the story about Bitcoin? Cards are ready. The Sun in reverse. Well, that's not a good start, guys, at all. The King of Pentacles in reverse. Well, somebody's losing a lot of money. Oh, my Lord. 10 of Cups in reverse. I think some people have lost some big money here, and families may have lost some big money. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Fast action. You have to be really fast to catch Bitcoin. 2 of Cups in reverse. People are going to be really upset. Knight of Swords, attacking with words. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. Now we have the Queen of, it has shown up in the reading, but is in reverse. What's the underlying? The Fool. I'm not going to say anything. Might be some kind of new beginning for Bitcoin. Perhaps they uncouple it with something here, but we definitely have only one upright. So between now and summer solstice, we've got one upright, and we might have, some crypto gurus coming in, and, this is attacking with words, the Knight of Swords. And sometimes it can be good. Somebody says something and you come in and you sort them out. Or, sometimes this is laws that are made of words. Or, people who come in and, make sure that, that you aren't saying anything you shouldn't be saying. So the Knight of Swords can be good at some time. So perhaps this is some kind of regulations that are coming in. There's going to be some kind of uncoupling. And I have to tell you, I don't know much about Bitcoin at all. I don't understand it. But all I'm doing is reading what the cards are saying. I don't own any. I don't understand it. I don't follow it. The only time I follow it is just before I read, and I see with what I said before how accurate I was as a learning tool for myself. But it looks like people are going to be losing big money. People really aren't happy about it at all. It looks like with this Knight of Wands in reverse and Knight of Swords upright, they're both fighting knights. The other 2 knights are loving knights. These are the 2 masculine knights, right? Because cups are feminine, wands are masculine, pentacles are feminine, and swords are masculine energy. And we have both of the masculine energy knights on the table. Now, the Knight of Wands, he's wham bam, thank you, ma'am. And off he goes you never see him again. Ghosts you, he's the Chad that shows up at the bar, takes the girl, and they both have fun for the night, and off he goes, and you never hear from him again, kind of guy. The Knight of Swords is somebody who is like, you can't say that, or they attack with words. He's upright. So generally when he's holding his sword upright, he's telling the truth. A reverse sword is more of your lies and, meaner words and gossip and whatnot. So there's some kind of truth that is coming in here about Bitcoin that might affect it. Again, we have the Queen of Wands, which is Leo season, and it's in reverse. So maybe it's telling me this time it's not even going to be fixed by Leo season because it's in reverse. Something comes, like I'm almost getting, some kind of contract to the rescue, words to the rescue. So perhaps there's some kind of regulations or something, but something comes undone with Bitcoin. So I don't know if they're following, if they're attached to something. I have no idea. It comes undone. It definitely comes undone. And perhaps a new contract or somebody notices something about Bitcoin, and changes everything up. But I'm wondering if it's still going to be really wonky by Leo season. I don't see anything here that shows me Bitcoin is going to continue to go up and up. Now here with the Fool is people might start looking at Bitcoin in a completely different way. It also, there's a bit of innocence in the Fool as well. And it's almost like we can't do it the way that we've always done it. So we're going to try it this way, really pared back. And that could be something to do with this uncoupling here. You know, I don't know what that is. And they start and they go off on their own. Or sometimes the Fool can be also going back to basics. The Fool is walking towards the past. So it could be going back to basics or fixing something from the past as well. But the Fool is also Uranus, and Uranus is actually really activated right now. So it could have something to do with that. Yeah, it's something about going back, because even the Knight of Swords upright here is going back, and the Fool is going back. So maybe something has to go back to the beginning to start again, or maybe it's going to really go back. Anyways, Bitcoin's in a really dark place. And it looks like it will be for at least until after Leo season, because the sun also is Leo season. Yeah, I think it's going to jump up, jump down, jump up, jump down. It's just like the rest of the stock market, but I think a lot faster. I think people will be in, take what they want, and get out. I think we'll see a lot of that. Like wham bam, thank you, ma'am. You know, they get in, they get out. A lot of people are not happy at all, and a lot of people are losing a lot of money as well. All right. Well, YouTube's going to show you another video. If you don't believe me about my Bitcoin, you can go and have a look at those, and then get back to me. And like I said, I'll take your apologies. I'm kidding. Anyways, thank you for joining me on this Spirits with Spirits. YouTube's going to show you another video. Click on that, and I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching. Take good care. Cheers.